It is time now to show you some of this morning's headlines. The Washington Post says President Obama is preparing a new directive for all federal agencies to document their use of drones in U.S. airspace. The directive also calls for the Pentagon and the Justice and Homeland Security Departments to explain what they do with the aerial surveillance that is collective. The directive does not apply to U.S. drones use overseas.
CBS station WTVF says there's been another escape from a youth detention center in Tennessee. 13 teenagers from the Nashville facility overpowered a guard and took his keys and radio. All but one are back in custody. 2 inmates who escaped from the facility earlier this month are still at large.
Another update on the automotive news for GM. It says warnings for owners of the Chevrolet Corvette Stingray. They don't use the car's valet mode. That's what they're encouraging them to do. That's because the vehicle's audio recording device is not legal to use without consent in 12 states. Officials expect to fix this when a software update rolls out next month. The valet mode was initially touted as a so-called baby monitor for the car, a way of tracking its use when left with a parking attendant.
The Los Angeles Times says wedding bells are about to ring for actor George Clooney and bride-to-be Amal Alamuddin. Celebrity guests have been seen boarding boats in Venice, where a symbolic ceremony led by the former mayor of Rome is expected to take place today. The two plan a civil ceremony on Monday to make their nuptials official.
Do you want some details? Because I was reading about it. I just will tell you, which I thought was interesting.
Give them to me.
They actually closed some of the pedestrian walkways for 2 hours, and they actually put on the, the request. They cited it as the George Clooney wedding, so people can't walk for about 2 hours on the Grand Canal.
I'd be a little upset if I was visiting Venice.
I would kind of hope that I got to see it. Just a little sneak peek. All right, moving on. Vice reports airline food is racking up more mileage these days. Business class customers on Lufthansa were so impressed with their in-flight entrees, they started ordering the meals at home. Organizers say it's not the traditional fare folks often associate with airline food. They insist it is freshly made the day it's served, and it requires customers to simply warm up the meal and dig in.
Still airline food.